There was a time when the British monarchy appeared to have discovered something almost impossible in the modern age. A perfect image, a perfect balance, and a perfect future. With Prince William standing beside Catherine, Princess of Wales, with Prince Harry beside Meghan Markle, the world believed the royal family had found its next chapter. Until one tiny moment, barely noticed by cameras, quietly suggested that behind the smiles, behind the headlines, and behind the carefully managed palace photographs, something had already begun to fracture. For years, royal watchers believed this was the dream team of the modern monarchy. Prince William, the future king, carried the weight of succession with calm authority, while Catherine, Princess of Wales, brought warmth, discipline, and public trust to every royal engagement. Then came Prince Harry, once considered the monarchy's most relatable royal, and beside Prince Harry stood Meghan Markle, the Hollywood outsider whose confidence, charisma, and media instinct instantly changed the energy surrounding Buckingham Palace. On paper, it looked unstoppable. In photographs, it looked historic. But inside palace walls, some believe the tension started far earlier than the public ever realized. And what makes this story so fascinating is not what was said, it's what was never said. Because before a single headline screamed royal feud, before insiders began whispering about divided households, and before the phrase Megxit would dominate global conversation, there was one backstage moment that many now see as the very first crack in the royal foundation. The setting was the Royal Foundation Forum in early 2018, a major public appearance designed to showcase unity, purpose, and the future direction of the royal family. Cameras were waiting. Journalists were preparing their headlines. Palace aides had carefully choreographed every movement. But according to accounts later shared by Prince Harry himself, just moments before stepping onto that stage, Meghan Markle turned to Catherine, Princess of Wales, and asked a simple question. Could Meghan Markle borrow Kate Middleton's lip gloss? Now on the surface, that sounds harmless, almost forgettable, perhaps even friendly. But according to Prince Harry's own description, Catherine, Princess of Wales, didn't simply hesitate. Catherine, Princess of Wales, grimaced. And suddenly, a tiny moment became something much bigger. Because when body language speaks before diplomacy can intervene, palace insiders start paying attention. Was this simply an awkward cultural misunderstanding between Meghan Markle and Catherine, Princess of Wales? Was this nothing more than two very different women adjusting to life inside one of the most scrutinized institutions on earth? Or was Prince William's future queen already sensing something that nobody else could yet see? What would you have thought in that moment? Because only minutes later, Prince William, Catherine, Princess of Wales, Prince Harry, and Meghan Markle walked onto that stage together, smiling beneath the lights, representing the future of the monarchy as cameras flashed from every angle. And yet, some journalists in that room would later admit something felt off. Because while Catherine, Princess of Wales, appeared composed, guarded, and carefully measured, Meghan Markle looked completely different. Meghan Markle looked energized. Meghan Markle looked prepared. Meghan Markle looked like someone who understood exactly how to command a room, exactly how to own a headline, and exactly how to become the center of attention inside an institution built entirely on hierarchy. Some royal observers later described Meghan Markle as looking pleased as punch. Others noticed something even more interesting. The face of Catherine, Princess of Wales. At nearly full-term pregnancy, while preparing for the arrival of Prince Louis, while balancing public duty beside Prince William, and while carrying the responsibility expected of Britain's future queen, Catherine, Princess of Wales sat beside Meghan Markle and watched the Duchess of Sussex command that stage with confidence that some say changed palace dynamics forever. And then something even more interesting happened. During his remarks, Prince William delivered a line that royal watchers still debate today. Prince William spoke about the future of the foundation and quietly said, "The goal was not to reinvent the wheel." A simple phrase. Or was it? Some insiders claim that line carried far more meaning than the public understood at the time. Some believe Prince William, the future king, was already sending a message about tradition, authority, and the limits of change inside Buckingham Palace. And if that interpretation is true, then what happened backstage wasn't the beginning of a misunderstanding. It was the beginning of a power struggle. But if you think a backstage grimace was intense, what happened at the wedding just weeks later would make palace insiders ask an even bigger question. Had the royal split already become impossible to hide? And before we uncover that next moment, if you enjoy deep royal analysis, hidden palace dynamics, and stories the headlines only partially tell. Make sure to subscribe, because what happened next between Catherine, Princess of Wales, and Meghan Markle changed the story of the royal family forever. If the Royal Foundation Forum planted the first seed of doubt, then the wedding of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle was the moment many royal observers believed that doubt became something far more difficult for Buckingham Palace to contain, because what should have been one of the happiest public celebrations in modern royal history somehow produced some of the most analyzed expressions, the most debated photographs, and the most quietly uncomfortable body language moments that the monarchy had seen in years. By the spring of 2018, global excitement surrounding Prince Harry and Meghan Markle had reached extraordinary levels. Every major news outlet wanted access. Every royal commentator wanted an angle. Every photograph from Windsor Castle was being studied frame by frame. On the surface, this looked like a fairy tale moment for the royal family, with King Charles III guiding tradition, with Prince William standing as best man, and with Catherine, Princess of Wales, helping guide the younger children through one of the most watched ceremonies on earth. But behind the smiles, reports suggest something had already happened behind closed palace doors. Something involving dresses, rehearsals, tears, and emotions that neither side would ever fully describe in exactly the same way. And that alone should make every royal watcher stop and ask, when two versions of one story never fully match, what is the palace not saying? Because by the time the wedding cameras found Catherine, Princess of Wales, outside St. George's Chapel, something looked noticeably different. Royal watchers who had followed Catherine, Princess of Wales, for years immediately noticed it. This wasn't the warm, naturally relaxed Kate Middleton who usually made public duty look effortless. This was a far more controlled, far more guarded, and some would even say emotionally exhausted Catherine, Princess of Wales, standing with Princess Charlotte while managing royal responsibilities almost entirely alone as Prince William fulfilled duties beside Prince Harry. And context matters here more than ever. Only weeks earlier, Catherine, Princess of Wales, had given birth to Prince Louis. Only weeks earlier, Kate Middleton had gone through one of the most physically demanding periods of family life, and yet Catherine, Princess of Wales, was suddenly standing in front of a global audience, balancing 3 young children, carrying future queen expectations, and doing all of it while rumors of internal friction with Meghan Markle were already quietly circulating among palace insiders. Can you imagine carrying that pressure while knowing every camera in the world is studying your face for signs of tension? Because that's exactly what happened. And what makes this chapter even more fascinating is the bridesmaid dress controversy that refuses to disappear. Depending on which book you read, depending on which royal insider you believe, and depending on which interview you trust, the story changes almost every time. Some accounts claim Meghan Markle was left in tears. Other reports suggest Catherine, Princess of Wales, was the one emotionally overwhelmed. Later interviews created even more questions rather than answers. And when conflicting narratives continue for years inside one institution, many royal historians start asking a much bigger question. Was the disagreement about dresses? Or was the disagreement really about power? Because after the ceremony ended, photographs captured something many commentators still reference today. Instead of watching every emotional moment unfold at the front of the chapel, there were quiet moments where Prince William and Catherine, Princess of Wales, appeared more focused on each other than on the ceremony itself. Subtle, quiet, easy to miss, unless you know what you're looking for. And palace insiders always notice what casual viewers miss. But if the wedding created tension, what came next created hierarchy. Because only weeks after becoming the Duchess of Sussex, Meghan Markle attended Trooping the Colour, one of the monarchy's most carefully choreographed traditions. And what happened there may have taught Meghan Markle a lesson that no Hollywood career, no media training, and no public speech could ever prepare Meghan Markle for. Inside the monarchy, position is everything. At Trooping the Colour, Prince William and Catherine, Princess of Wales, stood exactly where succession demanded. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle stood behind. Not beside. Behind. And according to several observers, Meghan Markle's expression suggested that the lesson of hierarchy may have landed harder than anyone expected. At the exact same time, Catherine, Princess of Wales, appeared fully aware of the cameras, fully aware of protocol, and fully aware that Meghan Markle was learning in real time that joining the royal family did not mean reshaping the monarchy overnight. And this is where the story becomes truly fascinating. Because some believe Prince William, the future king, had already made something crystal clear inside Buckingham Palace. Tradition would not bend. Not for celebrity. Not for headlines. Not for ambition. So let me ask you something. Do you think Meghan Markle genuinely underestimated royal hierarchy? Or do you think Buckingham Palace underestimated Meghan Markle's determination to reshape her role inside the monarchy? Because what happened next at Wimbledon between Catherine, Princess of Wales and Meghan Markle would produce photographs that some royal experts still call impossible to ignore. And if you're enjoying this deep dive into the hidden dynamics of the royal family, the palace insiders, and the silent power struggle involving Prince William, Catherine, Princess of Wales, Prince Harry, and Meghan Markle, make sure to subscribe now. Because the Wimbledon chapter didn't just raise eyebrows. According to some insiders, the Wimbledon chapter changed everything. By the time the royal calendar reached Commonwealth season, the public still saw elegance, unity, and continuity. But palace insiders were beginning to notice something much harder to script, because when relationships inside the monarchy begin to cool, the first signs rarely appear in official statements, and the first warnings rarely arrive through speeches delivered inside Westminster Abbey. The first warnings usually appear in the spaces between people, in the pauses before a smile, and in the physical gestures that look warm in photographs but somehow feel strangely incomplete when the cameras slow everything down. And that is exactly why the next public encounter between Catherine, Princess of Wales, and Meghan Markle became one of the most analyzed moments in modern royal history. Because according to multiple reports, by early 2019, rumors of tension between Catherine, Princess of Wales, and Meghan Markle were no longer limited to quiet whispers inside palace corridors. Newspaper columns were growing louder. Royal commentators were asking sharper questions. And social media had begun doing what social media always does, turning every glance, every smile, and every public appearance into evidence. So the monarchy needed something. Not a statement. Not a denial. A visual. And that visual arrived on Commonwealth Day. As senior members of the royal family gathered for one of the late Queen Elizabeth II's most treasured annual events, cameras captured what many believed was a carefully planned peace gesture. In front of journalists, in front of guests, and in front of millions who would later